The last time humans set foot on the moon was in 1972, during the Apollo 17 mission. Since then, there have been no further manned lunar missions, and NASA has shifted its focus towards exploring other parts of our solar system, such as Mars. One of the main reasons for NASA's shift in focus was budget constraints. The Apollo program was incredibly expensive, and the US government was no longer willing to fund such costly missions. Additionally, public interest in the space program waned as the initial excitement of the Apollo missions wore off. Another factor that contributed to the end of the Apollo program was political. The moon landing was seen as a major victory for the US during the Cold War. And once that victory had been achieved, there was less incentive to continue lunar missions. In recent years, NASA has begun to show renewed interest in the moon. The agency has plans to establish a permanent lunar presence by the mid-2020s, using the Artemis program. So, while NASA has not yet returned to the moon with human explorers, there are plans to do so in the near future. The reasons for the decades-long hiatus are mostly practical and political, and are not indicative of any major scientific or technical barriers preventing us from returning. NASA's renewed interest in the moon is driven by a desire to establish a sustainable human presence there. In order to achieve this, the agency is planning a series of robotic missions to explore lunar resources and test the technologies that will be necessary for eventual human missions.
Hey guys! I came here in the middle of the video, asking you to leave your like, subscribe to the channel, because there is a lot of special content every day. Keep watching.
The Artemis program aims to land the first woman and the next man on the moon by 2024, and to establish a long-term human presence on the lunar surface by the end of the decade. This will require the development of new space vehicles, habitats, and power systems, as well as extensive scientific research into the moon's geology, environment, and resources. One of the key goals of the Artemis program is to use the moon as a stepping stone to other destinations in our solar system, such as Mars. By establishing a lunar base, NASA hopes to create a platform for deep space exploration that will allow us to learn more about the origins and evolution of our universe. The return to the moon will not only provide new opportunities for scientific discovery, but also for international collaboration and commercial ventures. NASA is partnering with private companies to develop new technologies and services that will enable sustainable exploration of the moon and other celestial bodies. In conclusion, the question of why NASA never returned to the moon is more accurately framed as why it took so long. The practical and political challenges that led to the end of the Apollo program have gradually been overcome, and the agency is now poised to embark on an exciting new era of lunar exploration that will pave the way for human exploration of the cosmos. However, the Artemis program has also been met with criticism and skepticism. Some argue that the focus on the moon detracts from other important areas of space exploration, such as studying our own planet and searching for extraterrestrial life. Others contend that the program is too expensive and that the money could be better spent on other priorities, such as combating climate change or investing in education. Moreover, there are technical and logistical challenges that must be addressed before humans can safely and sustainably inhabit the moon. Radiation exposure, extreme temperatures, and the lack of a breathable atmosphere are just a few of the obstacles that must be overcome. Additionally, the economic viability of lunar resource extraction and utilization remains uncertain, and there are concerns about the potential environmental impact of human activities on the moon. Despite these challenges, the Artemis program represents a bold and ambitious vision for the future of space exploration. By returning to the moon, we may unlock new scientific discoveries, inspire the next generation of explorers, and pave the way for a more sustainable future on Earth and beyond. The success of the program will depend on the ability of NASA and its partners to tackle these challenges head-on, while also addressing the concerns and perspectives of a broad range of stakeholders.